you get a candle like this, but you sold your Ethereum position. That is the most important level that needs to hold. We need to be prepared that we will come down. This is here now the trade setup that I have. Bitcoin has broken to the downside and was briefly under $100,000. Now everybody is wondering what the heck is going on. Should we be really concerned about this, or is this just the final downwards move before we go higher? I will show you exactly what I believe and which new trades I have taken here that you can copy. So let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Monday. So a crazy day with Bitcoin briefly getting here under $100,000. We start off here with the DXY because there are some things that are really contradicting, because you see here the DXY is actually breaking down here lower as expected. I told you guys over the weekend that I was expecting that the DXY is falling below 108 points and that we will come down here to like 106 points, and that will lead to getting major relief on risk on assets like Bitcoin and all the other coins. But instead, risk on assets were selling off, and I'm gonna get into this here in a moment. What I see here for the DXY is that we keep completing this head and shoulders pattern. So it means we need to come down here to 106.5 points actually. From there, I expect a small bounce back to like 107.5, then consolidation a little bit, come lower, start breaking this head and shoulders pattern, and the target of this head and shoulders pattern is close to the 100 point mark. So when we're looking then at the CME's futures chart, so here we can see we did not really create a CME gap. So here is an itsy bitsy tiny one. It's not even worth talking about it because it's so small. So you see here is like $305 gap, and that's it. So but more interestingly, where did the futures price for Bitcoin go down to? So we came all the way back down. For now, the most important support level of $97,600 on the CME chart, and bounce back from there to the upside. So now on the futures chart, the most important level that we need to look at and need to get over would be $101,745. The spot chart here on the weekly chart, also here, I have marked out kind of the same area for the spot market, and that area here on the weekly chart comes in from $97,960 to $99,000 approximately. And also here you see that we bounced off this back to the upside. The weekly close from last week was not as bullish as I was anticipating it. I would have liked to see the candle body closing a little bit higher, but that's absolutely fine because this week's candle can still turn around and move here back into higher levels and start filling the wicks that we have created over the last 3 weeks here. But even though, so even if we would not do that and the candle would stay kind of like how it is right now, I would expect by next week a massive reversal here where we fill all these wicks here on the weekly chart and move then past $100,000. It can still happen this week. I'm not really concerned about what happened. I see it as a huge opportunity to load up on more positions that I have running and open also some new positions. I'm going to show you a new position here in a moment that I opened maybe 3 hours ago. And here also, and when I look at the indicators, okay, the stochastic RSI did not give us a buy signal for this week directly, so by opening a new weekly candle, but I still expect to close this week with a buy signal, stochastic RSI, and the RSI also turning around here again. And being above the moving average and not getting another rejection from there as we did now with the last weekly close. When we're going into the 12-hourly chart, so here is the major level that I pointed out on the thumbnail, and that is the most important level that needs to hold. It's actually 2 levels that need to hold here. It's for once this upward sloping trend line here, currently sitting at $98,500, and the underlying VPVR, the point of control, at $97,000 $200 approximately. So these two levels need to hold. The point of control on the VPVR is the line in the sand. If that line would be broken, we need to be prepared that we will come down to at least $95,000, potentially even a little bit lower than that. I get into this also in a moment why 95,000 is so important, but you see here on the indicators, the stochastic is about to print a buy signal with the next 12-hourly close. The RSI is already pushing back to the upside. With that bounce here, we are not in the midsection, but close to the midsection of the EMA ribbon. We actually got rejected from here slightly. If we can manage to close this 12-hourly candle within the midsection of the EMA ribbon, we're gonna get here and then another attempt to move past $105,000, because that is the reason why we went lower. You see here, we have tried now since 10 days to break this level, establish support above that, and we could not do, we were not able to manage that, and for that reason, price goes then the least way of resistance, and that was to the downside. On the shorter time frames, on the 30-minute chart, so here actually that bullish divergence has now played out with that big candle move here to the upside. I was hoping to come out with the video before it's happening so that you can take advantage of that, because that was kind of like the trade setup that I took. And I'm going to show it to you here in a moment. I think I entered actually a little bit lower than that. I entered somewhere here. So yeah, that bullish divergence is in full swing here. The first major resistance will come in on this downward sloping trend line at around $102,900 approximately. From there, I would expect some struggle to move into higher prices here. And in the short term, like over the next couple hours, you see here already around $1,700. That is the level to look at. Now, when we're going into the MDX Algo scalp gradients, here was another indication why I was opening a new trade and adding more to my current Bitcoin trade on Bybit. The indication came with that take profit signal here. From that short over here. Usually when you get a take profit signal on a short, so that means you open a short here, and here you get the take profit signal with a reversal back to the upside. They are highly accurate, these take profit plots. So I give you here another example. So here we got a take profit signal, we bounced back to the upside, we came down a little bit again, but overall we started moving to the upside. We did not come back here to that take profit level until for over 2 weeks. For over 2 weeks we did not come down here again into that level. So here I also expect now continuation back to the upside for multiple reasons. We got here a dot plot on the reactor indicator, where the reactor indicator is also pushing back to the upside, hence why we see momentum pushing the price back. And at the same time, we are already in a green phase, so we have completely cooled down across the board when it comes to indicators. And here now on the way up on the super trend, on the MDX Algo scalp gradient here, now the bearish trend phase that we started is sitting at $104,000. So we could go as high as $104,000 before we face major resistance on the midterm timeframes here. So now I opened here a new trade, as you can see at $98,900. That was exactly the level that I've shown you here on the 30 minutes chart. So there, see here, there, I opened this. So this is here now the trade setup that I have from my entry all the way up here into that resistance there. I am most likely going to close it. Actually, yeah, I have set the take profit a little bit higher. Let me adjust that. So it should be $1,000 lower. Okay, still, let's make it $30,000. You know, so if I make $30,000 on this trade. So you can see here, I go now here to the order history. I opened this trade roughly 2 hours ago from where you're going to see the stream. 2 hours ago, and I took a small trade, you know, so I could have opened like with $1 million if I wanted, but instead I used only $50,000 and I'm up $13,000 in less than 2 hours, you know. So when you see opportunity, you need to take your chance and make sure that you think the right way where the market will be going. So, and I saw here a huge opportunity, so I was like, I'm gonna take that chance. So I also gonna set now a stop loss just to protect my position here. So in the worst case, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get at least $4,200 just to make sure if it goes against me that I'm walking away with some profit and not round tripping everything. I can always re-enter into a new position. That should have anyway only been like a scalp for that small bounce here. So if you want to trade with me together, guys, don't forget on ZoomX, there is right now the Nations Cup where you can join a team. I will also join right now a team. I haven't done it before. See, you have 9 days and 20 hours left. Use the link in the description for that. Don't forget, I gonna 10x another account, or let me put it this way. Actually, I gonna take the money out of this account. I'm just gonna leave again $100,000 in it, and I gonna 10x that account again. So, and then I'm gonna show you later that my total assets will be $2 million. It might take another 2-3 months again, but that's absolutely fine. If you want to follow my trades, we're gonna start here with the Nations Cup. So just join your respective country. I'm gonna join Germany, and I'm gonna give away $200 to a random person that signs up under my link and is joining here that cup. So make sure that that you take part in this. Now, when we're looking at the liquidation levels, there was really no over-leveraged liquidity sitting above us, so price went to the downside, which was the less likely scenario for me, where we are actually going to, and we're taking out the underlying level. But you see, market makers were not interested to push price all the way down into this area here, into the over-leveraged positions that were still sitting here, because it just made no sense, and structurally it would have been not good for Bitcoin to do that. Now you see more shorts came back into the market around the $107,000 level, so that is now where we are going next over the next couple of days. Once we are getting there, we need to see if we are this time able to hold this trading range here when we come back into it. If we can hold it, we're gonna get the continuation to the upside that we are looking for. If we again fail, then most likely we will come all the way down to swap the liquidity down here to get the fuel needed to break through this and get past $110,000. Liquidation heat map also here over the last 2 weeks. You can see the liquidity that had built up below us was now completely taking out at least the highest concentrated areas. Now the highest concentrated areas are all above us, starting here at $106,000, then at $107,600 and $110,000. So these are now the short to midterm targets that I have, and that's where I'm also going with my Bybit trade that I'm going to show you here in a moment. Here on the daily chart, you can also clearly see that we came to the bottom range of the overall trading range that we had laid out here, dipped here briefly back into that ascending triangle, but immediately bounced back off here to the upside. So I have to warn you here a little bit. On the stochastic RSI, we could see another 2 days of sideways downwards move scrambling on the chart because on Wednesday is again FOMC. So everybody is expecting that we are not getting a rate cut. If we're not getting a rate cut, I believe nothing will happen. It will be a nothing burger. If we get unexpectedly a rate cut, which nobody is banking on, if it's going to happen, the market will explode, guys. The market will go absolutely ballistic. But I looked earlier at the Fed watch tool, and it shows like a 99% chance that we're not getting in January a rate cut, which is absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. We got the last time we got a rate cut. This time we don't get one, and nobody is expecting a rate cut until Q2 unless Trump is pressuring the FOMC and tries to get things a little bit faster, accelerated here, or starts to invoke like an executive order that they have to print money again, or start quantitative easing, or whatever the case, you know. So, but right now, nobody should expect that we get a rate cut. So therefore, I expect after Wednesday things will start to turn normal again, and we're going to get then our continuation. And this whole downwards move here, in my opinion, is just a spooky, sneaky FOMC pre-dump, you know, so where the market is selling off, de-risking into FOMC, and then risk on again just afterwards. And this is also coinciding more or less how the indicators here are cooling down on the daily before we are reversing back to the upside. So now to my Bybit trade here, as you can see, I keep buying these dips here every single time when they are happening. I added more and more to my position. Now I'm waiting for that candle to settle, depending on how low we go here on that retest. There I'm gonna add again a little bit of money. I will keep doing that all the way up to like 105 $3,000 approximately. Yeah, between like 100, what is this, 2 to 103, somewhere there I'm gonna stop to add to my position. I just want a dollar cost average down a little bit, my entry to like 100, $1,700, $800, and from there I just gonna let it ride, guys. You know, I just gonna let it ride to roughly here $110,000. Right now, I would get on Bybit $16,000 worth of profit. If I keep adding 2, 3, 4 more times to that trade, it will be around $25,000, $30,000. Again, guys, if you want to get funded and take trades with me together with your Bybit account, sign up right now. I'm gonna pull again a winner by the end of this video, guys. So another one will get his account funded in the next 24 hours. If you also want to get $500 into your account, sometimes I pull 2 people, another day will be 3, today it's 1, maybe some days it will be 5, you know, so you only need to go to Bybit and sign up and deposit at least $100 to be qualified for getting funded here through Bybit directly. Don't forget, guys, once you get the $500, you cannot withdraw them. You know, you cannot withdraw them. If you try, you're gonna lose them, so don't try. But you can take all the profits that you make out of the $500 and withdraw that money. That's what you can do. So let me show you what you can do with $500 and get me your account funded by signing up with the link in the description below and in the pinned comment below, guys. So the Bitcoin dominance is, of course, here again on a rampage back to the upside, but for now we did not get here to the 60% level. I still believe that we are not going to reach that, that we're gonna get stopped before, but even if we would create here somewhat of a double top, I would be still not really concerned about it, because I know what's coming in the next coming weeks, and it will be a major turnaround to the downside. So when we're looking at the total free market cap, also here we got a bounce from the underlying support box here at $946 billion to $978 billion. We are currently above that. As long as we keep ranging here for a little bit between both of these zones here, now that support zone and now that zone above us that will act as resistance, we will be fine, you know, because the more we consolidate here, the more momentum we will gain to break through here and get continuation to the upside. So for now, I would expect that we are getting something like this here, and then you get here this nice break to the upside. So this is what I see here for the total free market cap over the next couple of days unfolding. And once we're above $1.6 trillion and close here a couple daily candles above that level, you can be certain that a new all-time high in the total free is not far away. When it comes to Ethereum, we again bounced here around the $3,000 level. On a 12-hourly chart, we are about to bottom out here, but I still believe we could get one more flush here to fill that wick of that candle, which is, of course, not really good for Ethereum. And I want to remind you guys, Ethereum will get a super hated rally. That the price of Ethereum gets closer to $3,000 every single time, and even below $3,000 when we see Bitcoin puking. That is just adding more fuel to the fact that a lot of people start to capitulate on Ethereum and are thinking like, just forget about it. You know, I go into Solana right now, I go into Sui right now, I go into Sonic right now. Just forget about Ethereum. There's nothing going to happen this bull run, you know. So and then one day, and mark my words, one day in the next 4 weeks, you get a candle like this, but you sold your Ethereum position. And then you're gonna regret, and you have to buy higher, everything back up here, and you will have less Ethereum than we had before. If you are in Ethereum, guys, just hold on. Hold the line, guys. Hold the line. Even if we would come back down here into this support area here, all the way down to $2,600, this is a gift, guys. You know, so this is really a gift. If it would happen, I would most likely take $500,000 out of my ZoomX account and buy Ethereum at that price, because I know we're not gonna stay long here, and we're gonna snap really quick back then to the upside. Yeah, so and that's it with Ethereum. So if you get a chance to buy here at these levels, buy as much as you can. Keep a little bit dry powder on the side, just in case that we go a little bit lower. Even though I don't see it happening that we go much lower, but there is a small chance that we are coming and filling this wick here And for that reason, you want to have some money on the sidelines. So now when we're looking at Solana, Solana came back into that green box here. Also super, super good area to keep accumulating and adding more to your position, because here on the 4-hourly chart, we are already turning around. And you want to make sure that you get as much Solana as you can before we are leaving that zone again. Because once we are leaving this, I expect here that we are going into new all-time high here in the next 7 days for Solana. So if you're looking for a trade setup, I would be looking most likely something, sorry guys, I would be looking for something like this here. So there you see almost 26% to the upside, $301, and your entry will be around $240 with a stop loss at $226. So now let me pull here really quick a winner, guys. Random numbers generator from 5 to 15. 5 to 15. Number six, you will get your Bybit account funded. 413194398. If that's your Bybit account number, congratulations. You don't need to do anything. Your $500 will be credited in the next 24 hours. And guys, don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I will see you with more profits tomorrow.